Today we'll solve one more problem on process costing. Now the problem says the following information is related to a product which passes through three distinct processes. Which means for this particular product there are three distinct processes, which is A, B and C. Now they are given the details, like these are the expenditure which has been incurred, and I've already told earlier that all the expenses will appear on the debit side of the process account, all the income will appear on the credit side of the process account. Now material, these are the amounts. Labor, so material will appear on the debit side, again labor will also appear on the debit side. Direct expenses, these are the amounts that they are given, this will also appear on the debit side because this is an expense. And then they are telling the indirect expenses for the period were rupees 6,000. Now this 6,000 has to be apportioned on the basis of labor. See, what is that they are trying to tell is 6,000 is the total amount that they have given. They have not given the separation for A, B and C. Now we need to find out what is the exact value of A, B, C on the basis of what? On the basis of labor. Now what is the value of labor that they are given? For A it is 6,000, 3,000 and 4,000. That is 6,000 is to 3,000. Based on these values we should apportion. Now I'll cancel these with 0. So now what is the apportionment? It is 6 is to 3 is to 4. Okay. Now how do we calculate for process A? Now what is the value of process A? That is the value of labor is 6,000. So 6,000 into 6 divided by, now what is this total? 6 plus 3 will add up to 9 and 9 plus 4 is 13. So if you do this, we will get the value of process A. So similarly, we need to do the calculation for process B and C. So as and when we move on, I will tell you how exactly to go about this. Okay. Now let's start preparing process A account. Now this is the pro forma. We have particulars amount, and first we have material that will appear on the debit side. So material we have 7,000. That 7,000 is what I have taken here, and labor I have 6,000. Labor 6,000 and direct expenses is 1,000. So direct expenses is 1,000. And then we have one more expense, which is indirect expense, and that indirect expenses I have taken here. So as I discussed earlier, now what is the total value of indirect expenses? It is 6,000. So 6,000 into 6 divided by 13. So 6 is to 3 is to 4. So 6 divided by 13. If you do this calculation, you will get the value as 2,769. Now in this, whenever you have got a problem like this, now you are not supposed to transfer it to P&L account or something. You need to transfer the closing balance of this particular process to the next process. Now after process A, what is the next process that we have? Process B. So the value whatever that we get will be transferred to process B. Now if you balance, debit side total will come up to 16,769 and credit side balance it. So close this account 16,769 and this balance of 16,769 will be transferred to process B. So that is why I have written it as by transfer to process B. Okay. Now let's move on to process B account. Similarly, in the same format, you need to prepare for process B and process C. Now let's move on and prepare process B account. So process B account, see for process B, the same thing, to material it is 4,000, to direct expenses, sorry, to labor it is 3,000. So 3,000 to direct expenses, so 5,320. That 5,320 is what I have taken here. Then take to indirect expenses. So as I told earlier, the value is 6,000. 6,000. Now what is the value of process B? It is 6 is to, this is 6 is for A, 3 is for B and 4 is for C. So 6,000 into 3 by 13, if you calculate, you will get 1,385. And then finally you need to take the transfer of amount from process A. So now what is the amount of process A? 16,769. That 16,769 is what I have taken here. Okay. And after doing this, there is a separate adjustment for process B and C. Now look in the problem. It says the byproduct of B and C process are sold for rupees 290 and 430. That is, one of the product of B and C are being sold. Okay, now purchases will appear on the debit side and sales will appear on the credit side, because if sale is an income, if you're selling, you're getting money, right? That is going to be your income. So that is why it is going to appear on the credit side. This is the value of sales for product B. This is the value of sales for product C. So 290. So in process B account, buy sales, take it as 290. Now debit side total will add up to 30,474. So it will add up to 30,474. If you minus 290, you will get the amount as 30,184. So this amount of 30,184 is to be transferred to process C. So that is what I have taken by transfer to process C. Now the last step is preparing process C account, but see, process A account, process A balance has been transferred to process B. Process B balance will be transferred to process C. But the balance that you get in process C will be considered as finished stock. That means thereby your process is getting to end and your final output is coming out as a product. Okay, alright. Next we will move on to prepare process C account. Now see, process C account. What is the value of material? 3,000. Labor 4,000. That 4,000 is what I have taken here. Direct expenses is 2,800. So 2,800. And indirect expenses is again 6,000. So 6,000. Now look here, what is the value for C product? It is 4. So that 4 is what I have taken here. So 6,000 into 4 divided by 13, if you do, you will get 1,846. So what is the transfer of process B? Now look here, what is the amount that we have got? It is 30,184. That 30,184 is what I have taken here. Now there is an additional adjustment which says the product C, the product was sold from process C. Now look here, what is the product that you are selling from process C? It is 430. So that is why I have taken sales 430. Now debit side total will add up to 41,830. Credit side also will add up to 41,830. From 41,830 minus 430, if you do, you will get the value as 41,400. This 41,400 is nothing but the value of finished stock. Use this video. If you are watching my channel for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell icon to receive further updates.